World War I, often referred to as the Great War, was a conflict of unprecedented scale and devastation that reshaped the world's political and social landscape. As the war escalated, nations found themselves grappling with the need for fresh recruits to bolster their ranks on the front lines. This article delves into the strategies, motivations, and challenges faced in the search for new recruits during World War I, shedding light on the intricate process of mobilizing vast numbers of soldiers to engage in a conflict that would change history. Mobilizing the masses. At the outbreak of World War I in 1914, the world witnessed a fervent wave of patriotism and a sense of duty among young men to defend their nations. Governments across the globe initiated extensive recruitment campaigns to tap into this sentiment and swell their military ranks. A primary objective was to maintain a steady stream of fresh troops to replace casualties and sustain the ongoing conflict. Propaganda and patriotism. Recruitment efforts relied heavily on propaganda and patriotic appeals. Governments used posters, pamphlets, and media campaigns to present the war as a noble cause and encourage young men to enlist. Catchy slogans, emotive imagery, and appeals to duty and honor were used to evoke a sense of national pride and the urgency of the cause. Recruitment drives and peer pressure. Governments organized recruitment drives and public events to drum up support and encourage enlistment. These events often involve parades, speeches, and displays of military might. Peer pressure played a significant role in recruitment as well, with friends, family members, and local communities pressuring young men to enlist to avoid being seen as unpatriotic or cowardly. Voluntary and conscription systems. Recruitment methods varied from country to country. While some nations relied on voluntary enlistment, others implemented conscription, compelling eligible men to join the armed forces. Conscripted soldiers faced the prospect of mandatory service, leading to a mix of enthusiasm and apprehension among those drafted. Challenges and incentives. Despite the patriotic fervor, recruitment was not without challenges. As the war dragged on and casualties mounted, enthusiasm waned, and the initial rush of volunteers diminished. Governments began offering incentives, such as signing bonuses, increased wages, and promises of post-war benefits, to entice new recruits. These incentives aimed to offset the risks of battle and the disruption caused by conscription. Legacy and impact. The search for new recruits during World War I underscores the complex interplay between propaganda, patriotism, and the practical realities of warfare. The massive mobilization of troops on such a scale had profound implications for societies and economies. The war's prolonged duration and staggering losses highlighted the need for effective recruitment strategies that could sustain the fighting spirit and the manpower required to continue the conflict. The search for new recruits during World War I provides a window into the challenges and complexities faced by nations as they strove to maintain and replenish their military forces. The strategies employed to inspire patriotism, the incentives offered to counter reluctance, and the sheer scale of mobilization underscore the profound impact of warfare on societies and individuals. As we reflect on this aspect of history, we gain a deeper understanding of the sacrifices made by those who answered the call, and the far-reaching consequences of the war that changed the course of the 20th century.